Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. In this video we're going to take a look at the Cardano chart and the Bitcoin chart, and so far it's all going according to plan. It's good to see though that a lot of cryptos are having this sort of relief rally that I did talk about. Yesterday I made a series of videos that obviously all related to Bitcoin's scenario to drop into the 30k, maybe even 20k range, which to be honest in both of the scenarios that I have will take place. So again, I could be wrong. I'm happy to be proven wrong. So let's see. I guess it would be good for everybody if we just go through to new all-time highs now. But anyway, I don't believe it. And the Elliott Wave account tells me something different, as you know. And yesterday I made a series of videos, talked about most other cryptos following Bitcoin. And then people already said I'm wrong because we're going up a little bit. But actually that was part of the scenario, wasn't it? So we're going to take a look at that. This is all going according to plan at the moment. It's going according to this plan. So this is Bitcoin. Talked about this all here being a large correction here that started actually in April based on the Elliott Wave count. I did say that yesterday, made a long video on it. I won't repeat it all, but basically it assumes that back in April we started an A correction, then we had a correction B, which is actually going up in this case because it is correcting the larger move to the upside before. Then you have an A which goes against the trend, a B that goes basically with the previous trend, and a C which is going down much lower than the A. So that's where we are in my view. The only difficult thing to watch out for was that this wave B here was overshooting the previous wave to the upside, which makes it difficult to detect, but we clearly did that because now we dropped down too far for a bullish move to the upside based again on Fib levels and the Elliott Wave count and method. And to note is that a lot of other cryptos actually didn't have this overshooting wave B. So a lot of other cryptos had a wave B, but this did go the normal way. For example, Ripple XRP, VeChain, Chainlink, they didn't go up. Otherwise, they would have seen new all-time highs, which we haven't seen yet for them. But they had a normal wave B. Now, obviously, we're going down. In my view, we're going down to this target range between 20k and 30k. I did explain it all in the previous video. This is all explained on the Elliott Wave count in a larger wave C. The wave C has to come below the previous wave A. Now the previous wave A I think was actually nearly at 29k. So assuming that we would need to come below 29k, again all based on Fib levels here, and the 29k will be key for that. And in my view we can come down as low as 20k. Now, what I did tell you is two scenarios. One scenario is we go directly into this area, yeah, and that we've already seen the correction on the weekend. That will have been basically the correction from that move down, and then we go down in the next step straight away to one of these support levels, either 45k, 39k, or 37.5. And as soon as we've then seen another consolidation that we need to see, otherwise we're dropping too much and too fast, which is unlikely, then we're going to go down into this yellow target area down here. Or, and that's what I talked about yesterday or 2 days ago, that we are going to have a little bit of a relief rally. Yeah, and it seems to play out now, but it's a little bit too early to tell, but that we have another relief rally into this area before we then go down into this area, which is not what I prefer because this is making things more difficult. Because many people will get too bullish. I already realized by watching some YouTube videos that many people are already getting too bullish just because we've reclaimed the 50k, which is actually what was expected in a bearish move here. So we did move up, or we do move up. That is probably now what's going to happen. It seems to look like that, quite a strong move up here, but still a little bit too early to tell. We already did a similar move here around the 24th to the 29th of November. But yeah, if we move up higher, it's getting very likely that we get into this target area between 55 and 63k. But what I did say, because this is also a, so basically in this scenario, what is perfectly valid as per the Elliott waves, this would have been a wave A, this here would be a wave B, and then we're coming down in another wave C down there. Yeah. So if that is a wave B here, we will need to see a 3-stage move, ABC again, yeah. And also what we need to see is that we are somewhere landing in this target range, but a wave B can, as we could see with this larger wave B here, yeah, that topped at nearly 70k. The wave B can overshoot a previous wave, so it could actually overshoot the previous wave. So that would make it very difficult. Based on that assumption, we could actually move all the way up to maybe 70k, yeah, which would make things very difficult and many people would get too bullish, and then I would expect the drop down. So be aware of that. I personally, if we see that move up here, I will take some profits in this area. I will, because I still assume, and again, I could be wrong. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I just can't find anything bullish based on the Elliott Wave method on this chart. Please be aware of that, but please do your own research, and if you rather want to listen to other people, that's fine. I can only tell you what I believe here and what I can read in the charts. So from here, a move up there, which will take longer, and then go down. So it will take longer, this whole process, because we have to go all the way through this yellow target area, you know, which might not be reached within the next couple of weeks, 3 weeks. What then will happen, because this could go all the way up to, you know, 63, maybe if we overshoot even 65 or 70k, this can take a while. You know, this could be something like a year-end rally, and people will all be happy and bullish, and then in January we get a massive drop and people will get all bearish, and this could take until January, February, March even, if we now have to go the long way through that wave B. So that is what seems to be playing out now, as we're moving higher and higher, and it's too early to say though, but we're moving to 51k, so it's too early to say if we're really gonna reach this or if we're just gonna drop down. But these are the two scenarios. So this is nothing bullish, this is just a short rally, but we can use it to take profits if we get into that rally. It has something positive as well. If we get into that area, it will have something positive. Let's take a look at Cardano here. And for Cardano, we can see something really good actually, because you are probably aware that should we drop below $1, we would not be primarily in this bullish scenario anymore that I have on the chart for Cardano, because the chart looks much better. We are here actually in a wave 2, in a correction as well, but from that wave 2, we would expect a wave 3 to the upside. We started much earlier with the correction. We started much earlier with a correction within which Bitcoin is only now getting into. So we are much further ahead in the correction, which makes it difficult, you know, to say if Bitcoin now drops really to the target levels that I expected to the downside, maybe after a short relief rally, maybe straight away. If Bitcoin is going to do that, can actually ADA hold above $1? Now, the good thing is that Cardano seems to be moving a little bit stronger than Bitcoin at the moment here to the upside. From here, 125, that support, to where we are now at around 145. Yeah, that's around 15% to the upside, right? We've seen that. And when ADA was at 125, then Bitcoin was here at around 47k. So that's only like a 10% move up. So we can see that ADA is reacting stronger. We should be able to see that on the ADA BTC chart as well. And that makes me confident that ADA could build in another, here on Bitcoin, on another relief rally to the upside here into this yellow target range, that ADA could build enough buffer when Bitcoin then finally rushes down, that ADA has really enough buffer to hold above $1 and maybe even hold 125. That would be great, but to be honest, if Bitcoin rushes below 30k, I think ADA will have problems to hold 125. But overall, this is looking positive at the moment for ADA because it can build more buffer to the $1 level, which is great. But it just confirms what I said in the previous video, that because ADA is so much sold out already, the indicators are down so much, that ADA has more chances to go up stronger, and that ADA has also less chances to drop much more, you know, because it did drop so much already. I mean, we can see here buy signal on the shorter term time frame, the 4 hour. On the MACD, we are crossing here into the bullish range on the MACD, also on the RSI on the 4 hour, which are good signs and could really confirm that we're having a little bit of a relief rally here. Also here on the daily MACD, we might see that turnaround here play out. You can see it starts to turn around again. So that could really then lead to a little bit of a relief rally, possibly when Bitcoin reaches levels like 55 to 63. Maybe ADA could even get up to $1. Again, that would be ambitious, because we have a lot of ground to take. So we've got 146, we've got so 146, that key support level here, we've got 181, and these are key levels. You know, we need to get through key resistances on our way to the upside now. But bear in mind, I still expect another drop for Bitcoin, which would take most likely ADA down as well, possibly in the area of around 125 again, and in the worst case even $1. Well, this wouldn't be really the worst case. The worst case would really be to drop below $1. Don't think it's very likely, but the possibilities are now on the table as Bitcoin moved below 53k, and it basically invalidated that bullish chart that I did talk about for Bitcoin. And when I made you aware that if Bitcoin drops below 53k, the bullish structure is broken, no matter what. Even if Bitcoin now reclaims the 53k, this would only be invalidated now, unfortunately. As per the Elliott Wave count, if we get much higher than the previous all-time high, so we would need to get to levels like 72, 73, 75k to invalidate that. And yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't make it very easy, but people can use stop losses if they want to. So there are various ways to deal with it, but what I'm going to do, probably going to sell some of my positions in this area, because it will be enabling us to sell some positions at a good price before we drop much lower. That's my view, and again, I could be wrong, happy to be proven wrong, but then we will see and take it from there. Good to see though that we are building a little bit of buffer, but I would have preferred for Bitcoin to drop straight away. This would have been faster. This could still happen. We are not yet in the yellow target area, but bear in mind, this relief rally could take a while, and it will be very hard here for me on this channel to keep this scenario up. If we move higher and higher into this target area, when I already know that people will get too bullish. They will say, no way we drop down much more, but that at some point then will happen. That is my view. That is what did happen before, and that is just purely looking at the chart and an ABC correction, a massive ABC correction for Bitcoin. And to be honest, it's not only that, it's also if I look at the Chainlink chart, which basically confirms it, because a lot of cryptos are doing the same pattern. It just did play out differently. So here for Chainlink, for example, we had the B wave much lower, as it would be a normal B wave. For Bitcoin, we just did overshoot massively the previous highs. Now Chainlink, for example, didn't do that. Other cryptos didn't do that, like VeChain. So this fits perfectly into the picture, actually. Yeah, it's just that Bitcoin did overshoot, which also led for some other altcoins, smaller cap altcoins, to incredible all-time highs, which made everybody believe that we're actually in a bull market. But I think this was a massive correction, after which next year then we will actually have the real bull market starting in a larger wave to the upside then. So it's actually good news, but we just have to be a bit more patient, I guess. Yeah. Alright, so that's my view on Bitcoin and Cardano. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.